last night I went downtown at 8:30 and I didn't come back till 1:30 in the morning. Hashtag rebel. Hey everyone, it's me Jamie. Welcome back to my channel, and I know I am in a different spot. I am still on vacation. I'm actually in the process of getting everything back together since we do leave early tomorrow morning to go back home to Maryland. But I decided that I needed to film a video. It is Thursday. I know I just uploaded a video yesterday, but that was for Tuesday. I just wasn't in the gist of making videos then. But a lot of you guys have been requesting me to make another girl, like on the topic of girls and everything. So that's what I'm going to be doing right now. I'm going to be on the topic of puberty, not so much periods, but that is a part of puberty, and basically just that whole age group from like 5th grade to like 10th grade, I think is the span of it. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. Okay guys, so first of all, puberty. Puberty and periods this is the only time I'm most likely going to be talking about periods, but it's in a span of, I talked to my mom about it. I figured out when I asked her and she told me when she had her period, and that's where I kind of based, like, that's where I thought, like, the grade I would kind of have mine, so it's not like, oh well, you can't like find the day, the time, and all that. You can find out probably what grade is what you could ask your mom, like, Mom, what grade did you have your period in? And then if she remembers, she'll probably tell you, and that's where you can kind of think that yours might be starting. But if you are really athletic during the school year, then most likely you'll probably start it in the summer, and if you're more athletic in the summer, then you'll most likely start it in the school year. Or maybe it's different for like season sports, if you only play one season and then add the whole next season. It's different for everybody. But basically, puberty, if you have signs of puberty, which is what I'll kind of go over right now, the signs of puberty, is maybe you're being really moody. So maybe like you'll wake up crying one day and you just don't know why. Maybe you'll wake up in a bad mood and you don't know why. Maybe you're just really happy. Maybe you're not worrying about anything. Maybe like you are worrying about a lot of stuff. It's just really, really different for many people. But hormone changes is what you might go through. You might have cramps, or your back might hurt, or your boobs might hurt, your voice might change, and this doesn't all happen overnight. Like, you're not going to wake up and your boobs are going to be like out to here. Like, it's totally different for each person. It's a gradual thing that will happen. But with puberty and periods is, if you have signs of puberty, it could mean that your period is starting, or if you start your period, it's probably a sign that you're starting puberty. It's different for each person. If you start your period but you haven't seen any major changes in your boobs or your feelings or anything like that, then that will come after your period. If you're seeing those changes, then your period is probably coming. It's different for a lot of people. But I know when I started mine, that's when I took my really big break off of YouTube. That was actually just at the beginning of this year, I feel like it was. But I took a big break because I wanted to find myself. I didn't like who I was hanging out with. I didn't like who I was. I was doing bad things and I just wasn't happy with who I was. So I took a big break and I stopped dance for about a month, and I still rode horses only on the weekends, and I spent time with my friends, and I found my group of friends that I hope I stay with throughout high school, and I like where I am now. I found my style, I found who I am, and it's a really good thing to do, definitely if you're struggling, if you're indecisive about things, which is like if you don't know what you really want. Like if your first decision, do you want to get on this roller coaster, for example? Yeah, I do. Then go for that, because you're probably going to be disappointed if you don't get on it. Like your first intention or decision is probably your best. You go with your gut feeling. That's what I've been doing, and it's going pretty well. But I know I've gotten indecisive before when you're kind of going through that really long stretch of puberty. It's like 5th grade to 10th grade is when the major changes are going to happen. It's not going to happen overnight. It's probably going to take a long time. And when you get into 11th and 12th grade, which I don't know if any of you guys are, but that's when you start getting them to staying out, when you have a curfew, and when you can drive, and when you are deciding about alcohol and boys, and hopefully not drugs, but mostly like sex and boys, and then alcohol is when that all comes in 11th and 12th grade. Maybe before, kind of all depends on the person. But what I'm talking about is puberty for girls, because the age group who watches my videos are probably not older than me. I would feel like maybe a year older. Hopefully not too much older. But yeah. So like I said, it's not going to happen overnight, and it's not going to be a sudden change. Your voice might change in overnight a little, but it's not going to happen like all of a sudden, gradually. Okay. So that's really the span of everything. I don't really know what to say other than that, except this video probably isn't going to be as helpful, but it's just kind of on the topic of puberty. Now, also, when you're going through puberty and obviously your boobs are going to hurt, because that's another thing. You're not gonna, if you're little and you're like, I want to have big boobs, blah 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 blah, and you see all these people, don't worry about when they'll start growing or anything, or like when like you just want everything to start already. Just be careful what you wish for, because you don't want to have your period. It sucks, and you don't. Boobs are not a problem, but like when you notice a change, when you wear a shirt that's tighter on you, like if you wear a cami and you can see your boobs through it, that's when you know you should start wearing a bra. It doesn't matter if it's a training bra, it just, yeah. I know my little cousins, they wear a training bra just because they are timid and they just like to, and they're really athletic, so I guess that's totally their decision. I know some people start off on sports bras, they're really comfortable. But yeah, so that span from 5th grade to 10th grade is when you're just going to have all those changes, and that's just how it's going to happen. Like, it's not a scary thing. A lot of people get scared of the idea of change. Change is not a bad thing. It's just, I was really scared. I was scared to change whenever I come here on vacation. I get so scared because I miss home. I miss my horse, I miss my dog, I just miss being in my own bed at night. But last year was really hard for me when I was on vacation, because I just wanted to go home really bad. But this year it's been really good. I kept my mind off things. It's definitely a good time to escape. Sometimes if you don't want to be with your friends, then don't. Like, I know a lot of people, if they're with their friends and they start like feeling themselves, like they're like I'm just thinking too much right now. Like, I need to go then. It's probably best to go because probably just is. So that is all I have to say about that subject. Thank you guys all for watching, and I will see you next week. Oh, and my vlogs will be up later. I'm editing all of them, and then I'll just edit them a day at a time. So bye guys.